Alright, let me do a quick recording before the effect is lost for the moment. I changed the antenna, as you can see. It'll fit my finger. So I could say that's the space now in between the inductor and the antenna. Other antenna is right here for the moment, which is a lot of space here. Primary is in perfect position. I can't move it, otherwise it won't work. It's like has two sides, so that is like almost the center of it. So I have a 300-watt bulb connected straight out of the output, which is also connected to ground wire. We're not using 28 turns, as you can see. Using these amount of caps at the 3-turn area over the inductor. So when it's going to start, the 300-watt bulb will light up partially, but it will show that the test coil is doing all the work, but not the push-pull. The FETs stay very, very cold because the duty cycle is very low, but it's how it's properly tuned. So this is what makes it interesting. I had my laptop while doing it to see the waves, but I'll need to do another session because my battery just ran out. Forgot to put it in charger. Alright, so let's start the system. The Tesla coil is on. Oh yeah, I was trying out another amp meter, but it's broke, so I need to get another one in these in these ranges. Alright, see, we have arcs. Yep, we have arcs. We are currently running around 21 or 20 kilohertz. It's very hot. Okay, the moment I connect the push-pull power, oh yeah, I had to change the switch because it was really fucked. It got burned. So right now we're gonna do the old-fashioned way. Okay, the moment I start connecting it up, you'll see and hear the noises starting like some radio stations tuning up. All right, here goes nothing. Yep, still there. Oh, and that's what we have right now. It's beautiful. Let's see if I wave my hand. Yep, it influences it. So if I remove the base of the test coil, this is just for proof that the test coil is doing its job. I'll just remove the base. No Tesla coil. Connecting it back. See? Now if we should do some you can see it influences the bulb while touching the antenna, kills it. If I just move 1 millimeter on the frequency on the TL494, I'll lose this effect. And the duty cycle, I can't even touch it. That's how sensitive it is, finding the spot. Every time oh yeah, I need to configure the amount of caps for it to work properly. One moment. The fan forgot to start up. Alright, so what I want to show is what happens when I remove ground. There you have it. What all you guys were talking about in the forum. Radio Moscow. Yeah, all those weird noises. Unstable. Look what happens when I connect the ground to the bulb. It's collecting again. Look at this. Those are high voltage arcs. It's high voltage. So look what happens if I leave it on one side. That's grounded and works. Alright, so this is partial of the effect. So again, if I disconnect catcher, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. Push-pull is still connected, but there's nothing. I need to connect catcher again. I need to get what I need. So start collecting. Yep. Oh yeah, that's hot. And remove the ground again. The arcs are like orange instead of purple. Most of the time they're like purple then turn to orange, so you know they're amp surging into the high voltage. Connect it back where it should be. Alright, let me see. Push pulls are super duper cold while in operation. It is only cooling about 2.6. Let me see. Yeah, 2.6. Okay, let me see what happens if I short the serial resonance area. Kills operation. But the most funny part is if I disconnect catcher, there's nothing. And do we see some arcs or so? Yeah, there is serial resonance happening. You see it's tiny sparks over there, but still not enough to do its own work. So you know that antenna is harvesting the ions or that radiant energy, creating that standing wave, which is then collecting and giving it to the load. So right now connecting it back. There we go. And of course, if I end up putting a 100-watt bulb, it's very bright, but this is just to show greater elements to heat up, and to really show that there is something quite different happening here instead of just brightening some bulbs. Uh, someone else can prove me this, then I know you also have it. And this is the results you need to be having. So both systems, they cannot work individually and then lighting this bulb. Although you can if you reach a certain series resonance, but both of them need to be working like this to have this particular load. Alright guys, I'll end the night. What I can say is, at the bases of the MOSFETs, you will see like before the square wave on, you'll see like a spike in front of it. That's what's happening when the test coil is on. So it's quite different, and that's actually making this happen. Imagine AM waves, so small to big, small to big. Those are the waves that are transmitting while adding the probe to see what's what. So well, guess there's nothing more to say. There's one more thing I wanted to show. Still have the 300 watt bulb connected here. That's my hand. We influence the output completely. Even if I connect the top load. Hear that? Okay, so what I want to do is remove the testicle top from the entire antenna and see what happens. Yeah, no, there's nothing. Just an open end. Connect it back. Let's try to connect it back. There we go. Follows the energy almost immediately. Alright, cheers.